I am the Witch of Jasmine, and welcome back to my channel. We've got the new moon tomorrow, or maybe late tonight. I don't remember exactly what time it's at, but we've got the new moon, so I wanted to do a new moon pick a card tarot reading. Oh, okay, that was really fast. This came right out. I love it. Go ahead and pick some crystals too if you enjoy, or if you prefer picking with crystals. Let me grab some. We've got obsidian, rose quartz, and goldstone. Okay. Nice and quick. I love it. Let's dive into our cards. So we've got energy, agreement, and refinement. Okay. So for energy, we've got that with water and Virgo. With the obsidian, I like that cauldron there. That's really cool. Okay, next is agreement with the rose quartz. We have this also in water and Libra. I don't know if you can hear that. My cats are running around. They get really excited in the mornings. All right, and then lastly, we have refinement with the goldstone. We've got that with air and Scorpio. Oh, that's interesting how that came out. Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. All right, I'll give you a few moments. Take a look at these cards. Take some deep breaths. If you're feeling drawn to more than one card, that's totally fine. You can watch as many of these readings as you'd like. You can watch all three, whatever feels right for you. So I'll just give you a second. Okay, if you need some more time, feel free to pause. Otherwise, I have timestamps in the description. I'll meet you at your reading. Okay, hi! Welcome to your reading. We've got energy with Virgo and water with the orange. I love that. It's such a bright, exciting card. So curious what our reading's going to be about. What do you need to know for this upcoming moon cycle? I don't know. We'll find out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a very energetic reading. This is going so fast. Okay, well, I haven't had a chance to tell you that I invite you to take some deep breaths, to calm yourself, center yourself. Oh, okay, pretend you didn't see that. Move on to our cards, other cards. But just take this time to get nice and comfy and cozy. My voice is a little gravelly because I just woke up, but I wanted to get this video filmed and out to you guys today. Oh my gosh. Okay, is that 3? That's 3, okay. Well, I think you have a lot to look forward to this upcoming moon cycle because look at all this energy. Jeez, it's all just falling right out. I'm so curious what's going on. All All right, let's take a look. We've got Eight of Swords reversed, Page of Cups reversed, Justice reversed, Nine of Cups, Nine of Chalices, aka Nine of Cups, the Witch, aka the Magician, and Nature, aka the Devil. All right, wow. This is an exciting time. I love it. All right, so right off the bat, I do just want to give a little disclaimer here. Because this is a general reading, everybody who's watching this is going to be in a different place in the timeline, right? So you might already be feeling this, or it'll be something that you'll be feeling soon, upcoming, right? But just for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to speak as if it is happening to you right now, okay? So, that said, I love seeing Eight of Swords reversed. It's one of my favorite cards to see, but let me explain it to you. We have this person who is clearly in a tough situation, right? They have these swords around them and they're alone and all of that. However, I guess it's kind of hard to see in this particular card, but they have this blindfold on, right? And although they are like tied up in this card and like in this bad situation, Cheralyn, excuse me. They're not like completely stuck, right? Like, yes, they're in this bad situation, but they also like, it doesn't look like their feet are tied up or anything. They're not tied down to anything. It's just they have this one part of them that's restricted, right? So essentially what this card is about is it's about self-victimization. That like, yes, you're in a bad situation. Maybe it wasn't even your fault. Who knows? But there are ways to get out of this situation that you're just not seeing, right? Now, we do have it reversed, which is the opposite of that. It's like, you know, seeing that you're in a bad situation. Maybe you got put in the situation. Maybe it was your fault. Who knows? Doesn't matter. But it's about saying like, yeah, you know what? I have like, yeah, it's tough. This is difficult. But I know I have the resources to get myself out of this. I know I have the strength to get myself out of this, and I'm going to do it. So love to see that empowerment and that realization there. That's really, really good. And we do also have this Nine of Cups, usually associated with like luxury, abundance, you know, having all of your needs met, all your wants and needs, being comfortable, being stable like that. But I'm definitely getting the feeling that in this particular reading, it's more so referring to the cups nature of it, which is feeling just like emotionally stable, feeling all of those things, but just like emotionally with your own emotions. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Cheralyn! Excuse me. Hey, Cheralyn. So I think essentially what that means is that with all of this, or with this realization, that'll specifically, Cheralyn, it'll specifically come at a time when you can feel this way, right? Which obviously our emotions are very much shaped by what's going on around us, but also, Cheralyn, come here. But also, it's so important that we understand and remember that we have control over our emotions. And at the end of the day, we have the more control over our emotions than anybody else, right? Generally speaking. So all of that to say, I think this realization will really come once you are feeling this way, or at least, you know, are working towards that. So I do really love that we have this Halen, will you stop jumping on here? I was trying to say, I do really love that we have this witch card here. I think it goes hand in hand with the Eight of Swords really well, or Eight of Swords reverse really well, because at the heart of it, it's about understanding and remembering that you do, and believing that you do in fact have everything that you need, all of the tools that you need to create the life that you want, right? Come here, Halen. I gotta show them the card. And I especially really like how they did the symbolism in this card, because it's the symbolism of tarot in general. Please don't eat my cards. Because you can see we've got pentacles, cups, swords, and wands. All, please don't eat my cards, Halen. All incorporated in this card. Which just, you know, of course is the... Which, of course, those are the 4 suits in tarot. So, and then again, this Page of Cups reversed. It's... I want to be careful with how I say this. Page of Cups reverse is about being unrealistic, about having all of these ideas and dreams and expectations, but it's just too unrealistic, right? I think that is something that you might be struggling with, something that is making it really difficult to believe these things, right? Like, I don't know, I'm just going to throw out some examples just to get my point across. Don't like your job, you're trying to get a new job, and you feel like you don't have the ability to get a new job, to find something better because of all of these reasons that aren't quite true, that you believe are true but are not actually true. So maybe like you feel like you're not good enough to get a new job or the job that you want, or I don't know, maybe there is one but you feel like the commute is too far, but it's only like an extra 10 minutes and you're perfectly capable of doing that. Like, what I'm getting at is essentially the reasons why you think you don't have the strength or the resources. Those reasons are not true. You actually do have the ability to do that. You know what I mean? That's what this is telling me here. So again, it's more of just an emotions thing. And we have so much control over our emotions. We have so much more control over our emotions than anyone will give you credit for. So I think that will really start this little transformation right here. And that'll really, really be a great learning process for you. So the other thing that this reading wants to highlight to you, for whatever the reason is, again, it's a general reading, so I'm not totally sure, but I'm going to tell you what it's telling me. I think there's some sort of injustice. Maybe you were wronged in some way, or something is appearing very unfair, or is unfair. I don't know. That is kind of stressing you out in whatever way. I'm assuming it's connected to all of this. This is just a reminder that at some point this is going to resolve itself. Whatever's going on with this situation at some point, I can pretty confidently tell you it's gonna, the scales will be evened out. That's what this nature card is saying here. I really, really like this nature card. It's specific to this deck that I have, the Green Witch Tarot. So it's technically associated with the Devil card, but I don't know. It also just is so different from it. I kind of don't like to equate the two. This card is largely about remembering that nature, well, it can have a couple different interpretations, but at least with this reading here, remembering that nature and the universe is so much bigger and so much more complex and intricate and just incredible than we could ever even possibly understand, right? We are just one tiny part of nature, of the universe, right? Like, so much that we literally just don't, and we'll probably never understand all of it, right? So whatever this is, I would, and again, I don't know what the situation's about, but the reading is saying, don't worry about it too much. Make sure you're doing your own part, you know, doing whatever it is you have to do. At some point, it is very much a law of nature and the universe, that at some point, somehow, whatever it is you believe in, somehow the scales will even out. Just trust that it'll happen. I can't tell you how, I can't tell you when. It's kind of just saying, let nature do its thing. It'll happen. It'll happen. You might not see it, and you might not know about it, and you might not be affected by it, but somehow, some way, it'll happen. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave it there. I hope I didn't overcomplicate this. But I'm definitely seeing some really nice, creative and empowering energy coming up in this new moon cycle, which is super, super exciting. But it definitely starts with the emotion, for sure, for sure. And maybe this will help kind of ease your emotions a little bit. I don't know. Just a nice little reminder that I think we all need sometimes. But that all being said, if you have any questions about this, or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment, or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. But I am wishing you so, so, so much luck with this, this situation and with this new moon cycle. I will have a full moon pick a card reading video coming up whenever the full moon is. I'm assuming sometime towards the end of this month. So we'll catch up again there. And of course, I have my moon sign reading videos that are going up all the time. So I say that because I've had so many new people coming in this week, and I'm so excited you're here. So happy you're here. If you're new to my channel and my videos, welcome. So glad you're here. But yeah, anyway, that was just a side note. I'm wishing you so much luck with this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye! Okay, we have agreement with, oh, there we go, with water and Libra and our rose quartz with the strawberry. That's so cute. All right, let's take a look at our cards. And as I'm shuffling out these, as I'm shuffling out your cards, I invite you to, yeah, we're going to keep shuffling. I don't think those are. I'm trying to say, as I'm shuffling out these cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths, to ground yourself, center yourself, get nice and comfy. There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh. All right. We've got some very jumpy and energetic cards. Honestly, I really like that. Makes my job a little easier for the shuffling. And there we go. All right. All right, let's take a look at your cards. We've got Queen of Swords, the Lovers, Judgment, Four of Chalices, aka Four of Cups, the Standing Stone, and the Witch reversed, aka the Magician reversed. Oh, I forgot to say, Standing Stone, aka Justice. So before I get into anything really specific, I do want to say, I believe this reading is going to be about some sort of relationship. Not necessarily a romantic relationship, but just a relationship, something with another person in general. And I mainly say that because of this agreement card. It comes up at times whenever it is that you, or whatever it is that you are working towards, or whatever relationship you're trying to build or mend or whatever. It comes up at times when it's really important for you to have those good like teamwork skills and communication skills and a really good balance of give and take, which we'll talk about later in here too. So definitely this new moon cycle for you, definitely some sort of importance. There's some sort of significance with relationships and somebody else or whatever. Although, actually, as I'm looking at this more and thinking about this more, I'm just feeling and noticing there's a lot of green in this, which to me is very much associated with like healing. So I actually feel like this is more so some sort of relationship that you want to work on, something you want to like maybe like build, but I don't know, I'm kind of getting a feeling that it's like something that needs help, that needs to be worked on, that needs to be mended. Not a bad relationship that you have with somebody, but a relationship that you're trying to make better. You know what I mean? So with this Four of Chalices here, aka Four of Cups, it's about being very like apathetic or being very like bored, you know? I think there's some sort of dynamic to this relationship that would really benefit from being brought in, something new. But I kind of feel specifically like maybe there's a certain side to this person, maybe a certain skill that they have, or I don't know. Again, I really want to emphasize I'm not just talking about a romantic relationship. Like this could be like a business partnership, like just a relationship with somebody in any sense of the word. Anyway, like I feel like they have something to offer, or maybe vice versa. You have something to offer that's just not really being seen. I'll show you this card up close. Because, like, that's what this card is about. We have this woman here who has these 3 cups. And she's very unhappy with these cups. She doesn't really like them. But instead of going out and, like, finding a new cup, which happens to be right here, she's just kind of sitting here, spending her time and energy just thinking about how much she doesn't like these cups, right? When if she could just go, she could find something different, right? So I think that there is some sort of thing that one of you has that can be like really brought out, and this could be very beneficial with this. Kind of just to add a new dynamic or a new spark or a new perspective or a new something, you know, that's already within you. One of you, both of you, who knows? I do want to jump ahead actually to over here with this Judgment and the Witch reversed. The Witch card, aka the Magician, it's all about having the knowledge and the belief and the strength to know that everything that you need, you have access to one way or another, right? You have the strength to build the life that you want. And when we have this reversed, it doesn't mean that you don't have access to those things. It just means that you're really failing to see that, right? So jumping real quick to this Judgment, we'll come back to this in just a second and I'll explain. With this Judgment card, Judgment is about looking back on a situation or a relationship or a whatever, looking back on something and doing some very honest reflection. Really honestly looking back and saying, what went right? What went wrong? What did I like? What did I not like? You know? But doing all of that with lots of love and compassion, not just because you want to be judgmental and rude, I don't know, but like with love, to understand it, to use that information and take it with you, to take into the next thing, or in this case, I think to really build this situation, this relationship, to make it better. But the key word here is honesty, to look at things very honestly. And in this case, to communicate very honestly, because that is how you can use those things to be like, hey, you know what? I love you. I'm saying this because I want to make this work. I really did not like that you did this to me. Or I know we did this thing and I said I liked it, but I actually really didn't. You know, I actually really had this kind of problem. And saying it in order to be able to create, which is what this card's all about, creating something better, mending this relationship. The other really, really, really big thing about this reading, we have the Lovers with the Standing Stone, aka Justice. I think something that is really, really needed with this relationship right now is a sense of 50-50, of balance. Whatever that looks like to you guys in particular, and whatever it looks like in a relationship, because 50-50 can look like lots of different things to lots of different couples, right? But whatever that means for you, still incorporating that in here. I think we need a lot more like fairness, a lot more equality. I mean, that's like at the center of this reading. I think that's really, really, really important. Because that's how you create harmony in a relationship. Like with the Lovers card, I always describe that as like two people, instead of doing just two different things, but just like in the same room together, it's about like actually doing the things together, right? And with this card, we have two people. This is usually depicted with a man and a woman because it represents how they are two different people, right? They're not the same person, and they're not necessarily opposites, but they're two different people who are able to use each other's strengths and weaknesses to complement each other, right? Instead of trying to, you know, win, trying to be the right one, trying to be the better one, right? It's about like that really nice flow and that harmony together. That's definitely something that needs to be worked on with this relationship. For sure, for sure. And I think with this Queen of Swords here, I kind of paused because I wasn't totally sure what she was trying to tell us here. But I think what she's trying to tell us here is just with all of this, in order to like have those conversations and make this stuff work, it's super, super important that you have this level of objectivity. The Queen of Swords is known for being very logical, right? But also not completely neglecting the emotions either, right? But she's just so good at putting all of those things aside, all of her biases, and just being like, this is what needs to happen. And she might come off cold or blunt, but that's not what's actually happening, right? She's just being objective. She's just being honest. And it's not with any kind of judgment. It's not with any kind of like, oh, well, you said this, but I feel like you meant this, so now I'm mad and upset and I don't want to talk anymore. Like, no, none of that BS. Just being honest and straightforward with love, you know, or whatever, with professionalism, whatever it is. Okay, I think that's all the relationship advice I can give. think it's so funny with cards or readings like this where I feel like a marriage counselor when I'm most definitely not that. I'm just telling you what the cards are telling me. But what I can tell... Hey, Lynn! Excuse me. What I can tell you with these cards and just the nature of this reading in general is that this relationship definitely feels like something that is worth working through and worth fighting. God. Worth fighting for. If you're questioning whether or not it's worth it, I would definitely say, at least as of right now, yes. There's some work that, oh my God, there's some work that needs to be done. But I would say overall, this feels very optimistic. Like I said, this just feels very green. It just feels like healing and making things better and all of that. So yeah, no, I think this is good. I think this is a very good sign. But if you have any questions about this, or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment, or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. I'm wishing you and this other person lots and lots of luck. I'm feeling optimistic and hopeful. So yes, lots of luck to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Okay, we have Refinement with the Goldstone. We have Air and Scorpio with Dahlia. You know, I think I heard before that Goldstone isn't technically like an actual crystal. It's just like, I don't know, maybe like not plastic, but like, I don't know, just like not a crystal. I have no idea. To be honest with you, I'm just not really a crystal girly. I never have been. The ones that I have, I've had for, I don't even know how long. Since I was like, maybe in high school. So, don't come for me. Let's see. Okay, here we go. There's some cards. As I'm shuffling out these cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths. To ground yourself, center yourself. Get nice and comfy. We'll find out, what do you need to know for this upcoming new moon cycle? What's maybe some advice? What's going to be going on? I don't know. Oh, there we go. That's interesting. All three of these readings. Very energetic. It must just be an energetic thing in the air. I don't know. All right, let's take a look at your cards. We've got Four of Cups reversed, the Devil reversed, Two of Cups reversed, Nature reversed, aka the Devil, the Wild Hunt reversed, aka the Tower reversed, and the Sun. Wow, all right. Yeah, like I said, a lot going on. Okay, interesting. It's very clear to me that the overall theme of this reading is about not just like working on yourself, but specifically like breaking a bad habit or like stopping doing something that's unhealthy, like some kind of unhealthy coping mechanism, or maybe a negative thought pattern or something like that, some sort of habit that it looks like you'll be working on a lot for this new moon cycle, which is really nice. That's what this Oracle card here, this Refinement card, is all about. It's about like really getting rid of the ugly, of the bad, the unhealthy. However, this card does kind of come with a little warning that during these times, you are in a much more vulnerable or fragile state of mind. So yeah, that's largely what we'll be talking about here. We do have the Devil reverse, which I love the Devil reverse. I love seeing that. It's basically exactly what I just said here. It's all about breaking those bad habits or those unhealthy coping mechanisms. Well, the Devil is associated with that. So when it's reversed, that means that we're working through those things, which is really, really good. Kind of like breaking free of those shackles, right? That's the imagery that the Devil evokes. Same with this nature card here. You can see they're both 15 cards. They're technically equivalent to each other, but it's a little different with this specific deck. It has more of a... Well, let me put it this way. With the Devil card in general, I guess I should mention really quickly, if you're not familiar with tarot, we're not talking about Lucifer or Satan. We're not talking about a literal... There are no demons in your life, okay? I'm not trying to tell you that. It's a metaphor, right? With the Devil card, it's symbolic of a temptation, right? Of being offered something, right? Like, I don't know, being offered the drugs, the cigarette, or I don't know, whatever. So that's very external, right? This nature card is very much internal. How it is human nature to want the instant gratification, to, cling on to those things that make us feel good in the moment, even if in the long run it's not like that. It's not a good thing. So having this card reversed, it's kind of... It's a really interesting concept. I remember when I first got this deck and I was learning about this card, it took me a while to really wrap my head around it. So I'm trying to explain it simply. But it's this, I almost want to say it's like a paradox, right? Of kind of going against your own wishes and your own desires in a very like human and natural way, but for the greater good, right? Which we usually don't think of it like that, but in this case it is. So anyway, I don't want to confuse you with that. I just thought that was really interesting. We had both of those cards there. But again, at the very heart of all of this, that's what we're talking about here, is breaking out of those, or at least starting the very, very long and difficult process of breaking out of those bad habits. I also want to point out here we have this Four of Cups reverse, which I also love to see. I'll show you up close. Four of Cups is, we have this person here who's got these 3 cups, right? And he doesn't really like them. He's kind of just like, I don't know, maybe thinks they're ugly or too big. I don't know. But instead of like going out and finding a new cup that he would probably like a lot better, he's just sitting here focused on these things that he doesn't like, right? So having it reversed is the opposite. It's getting up and going to find something better, right? And in the context of this reading, it's about looking at your present situation and saying, yes, I can do better than this. Yes, this is not what I want long term. We need to make some changes, and I'm going to do the difficult thing of getting up and finding it myself. The difficult, but the very strong and empowering thing, right? So we have all of this, but we also have this Wild Hunt card reversed, which is the equivalent of the Tower reversed. And it's telling me that although, yes, we do have this really, really great energy here, you need to fully commit to it. I think while making these changes, you might be really trying to make some baby steps, just some like small changes, which progress is progress. I mean, but this reading is advising you to really dive deep, to really, if you're going to make these changes, like really go for it. Like just do it all the way, Of course, this is a general reading. I could be referring to like a million things. But whatever that means for you, like maybe if you are using substances because of mental or emotional issues, dive into the mental and emotional issues, rather than just being like, oh, I should drink less. I guess I'll just do it on the weekends. Okay, that's good. Like, that's good. That's progress. But I think this is really challenging you to be like, okay, well, why were you drinking every single day? Like, and again, this is a tarot reading, okay? I'm just telling you what the cards are advising you. And I could be referring to 10 million things. Who knows? But don't be afraid to go all in. I think this is, and I really am specifically saying this because this is such a great opportunity to make some really, really great changes in your life, but also to really grow and evolve as a person and to learn some really difficult lessons, right? Because none of this is going to be easy. It's never easy. That's what makes it the devil, Yeah, I definitely would advise you and challenge you to really question it, really go for it, because here we have a lot of really nice things, the sun, it's it's just, this card is just pure joy. It is pure positivity. I can 100% guarantee you that making all of these changes is just going to bring so much more light and life and happiness into your life. We do have this Two of Cups reversed, which is just saying that right now things in your life are very out of balance. You're really lacking some harmony there. So again, by bringing this light into your life, it's just going to bring so much more balance and peace and harmony into your life. Even if it's just getting rid of something bad from your life, right? It'll make it better, But again, the little note I'm going to leave you on is with this Oracle card. Like I already said this, but I'm just going to reiterate it. When going through this whole process, when anybody goes through this whole process, you will be in a quite vulnerable state, right? You'll probably be getting lots of information from lots of different places. Just make sure that you're still using a lot of discernment and just acknowledging, like, hey, I'm breaking this really bad habit and I've just been in a bad mood for the past week and I'm probably going to be in a bad mood for another week because I'm doing something really difficult and it's really good for me and I'm glad I'm doing it, but it's also really, really difficult, So don't let anybody take advantage of you. Don't. Just focus on yourself, focus on the truth, focus on getting yourself better. Just be careful. You'll be fine, but be careful, Okay. Well, I think that's about all I've got out of this. This is a pretty straightforward reading. Hi, Halen. It's my cat. She's cheering you on. If you have any questions about this, or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment, or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. I'm wishing you so much luck with this. I know this is all so much easier said than done. Oh, there's Halen. There's my little kitty cat. But I'm wishing you so much luck with this. I know you can do it. And progress is progress, man. I know we've got this card here, but I think any improvement to your life is something to be proud of, no matter what. But that's just my personal belief. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!